Hello and welcome to another update from BJ Kerno Modelling. So in this video we're going to be looking at the Deathguard from the Dark Age of the Imperium set and look at how you can convert them. So I hope you enjoy. So the first figure that we're going to look at is this Marine here. So very dynamic pose, rushing forward, holding the bolter in his left hand, carrying a plague weapon, and it's got various different icons and bells and bits and pieces attached to him. Really nice figure, and I'm really impressed with the sculpts that you get in the Dark Age of the Imperium box set. I know it's a fairly old box set now, I believe, but I'm just sort of touching base with the Warhammer 40k universe, and I haven't sort of looked at it for a while, so I'm looking at these figures with a fresh pair of eyes. So I built this one directly from the box, and yeah, really pleased with it. However, I picked up the multi-pose box set and was offered an opportunity of another Dark Age of Imperium Deathguard set, really quite cheap. So I decided, well, I'd go for it, which gives me approximately nearly 4 squads of Marines, or 7-man units. But I wanted to make them all look a bit different. So the first thing that I did is I kit bashed one of these using parts from the multi-pose set, and I'll just show you that one. So that's the original, and what I did is I removed his head, which is quite straightforward, and gave him the fly head. I also gave him a icon, which meant I had to remove the left hand at the wrist, and then what I've done is I've literally just glued that icon directly on there. And I then cut off the whole arm that's carrying the plague knife and gave him a bolter that is holstered over the shoulder. And I think that's quite again a very dynamic figure moving forward, but to be honest, it took minutes to convert, but it looks really quite nice, and when it's painted up, it'll be really good on the battlefield. The other thing I've done is I then done a third one. Now this time I felt a bit more adventurous. So what I've done is I've again cut off the arm. This time I cut it off at the elbow, and gave him a power fist. This is going to be a Lord on a HQ choice. I've removed the head and gave him a head from the Space Marine box. I've removed the fly from the Champion's backpack, and which I think looks really quite good. And then I had some bits left over from the Blight Lords. So what I've done is I've given him a combi weapon, which I believe he can take as a Chaos Lord. So if I decide not to field a Lord of Contagion for my army, and I just want to have like a small kill team or something of a smaller nature, I can bring this figure out, and he can be the Chaos Lord, which I'm quite pleased with. Again, looks quite dynamic, so quite pleased with the way that was come out. And to be honest, conversion wise, it probably took me 10 minutes to do, and I'm really quite pleased with the way that that's come out. So that's the first thing, the first set of conversions I've done using that particular Marine. So we'll get them out of the way. So the second thing that I did is this, believe it or not, started its life originally as a Noxious Blightbringer. So what I've done is this Noxious Blightbringer main legs, and identified that the chest plates, because it's all been produced on probably some sort of like CAD or computer-based program, I thought they're going to probably use a template and then just sort of change bits and pieces just to make it easier. So what I've done is I took off the Noxious Blightbringer's main torso, added a torso that was spare from the box set, and then gave him 2 plague knives. The helmet is I removed the head, gave him a helmet from the set, and that's one of my Chaos Deathguard with 2 plague weapons, which is an option I believe you can take in the codex. So spare Noxious Blightbringer, and he's now just a normal marine with 2 plague knives. So quite pleased with the way that one's turned out. So the next one I'm going to sort of show off is really just quite a straightforward conversion. So that's the original from the Dark Age of Imperium. Not really much to see really. It's just carrying a bolter and a plague sword. So what I've done is I've just literally been able to move the arm up, and that was quite simple by just removing that spike, using it to poking it through the hole that's in the pauldron, gluing it in, and then that gives you more access to place the plague sword where you want, and just brought the bolter up to a level like he's sort of charging forward, and I'm quite pleased with the way that's sort of come out. And then we've got some more straightforward conversions. So this one is literally the original version is him carrying a bolter. I had a melt weapon left over, so it's just a case of removing the hand there. I removed the helmet, gave him a helmet from the box set or the multi-pose set, and again he looks like a different model in the units. Again, straightforward head swap. This time I've cut the head off of this marine, removed the piping, added another head, and again it just makes the figure look a little bit different, and something that is not from the box set. Excuse me. Again, simple head swap. Oop, and the figure looks a lot different than the one from the Dark Age of the Imperium. So overall, I'm really quite pleased with how these have come out. I'm going to be spraying them up at some stage over the next couple of days, and starting the paint process, and then hopefully show you the finished infantry army when I get there. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, leave comments. I try and reply to all the comments that I can. I'm watching all your guys' stuff, and hopefully catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Thanks for now. Bye for now.